The way we think about the brain needs a complete overhaul, and this change could transform how we understand and treat mental health. Award-winning neuroscientist Nicole Rust challenges the long-held belief that the brain works like a simple machine, where genes straightforwardly cause brain structure changes, which then predict behavior. Instead, she presents the brain as a highly dynamic and complex system, much like the weather or a sprawling city, where countless parts interact through feedback loops that cannot be understood when isolated. This fresh perspective isn't just academic. A wave of pioneering experimental researchers is already exploring innovative treatments for mental illnesses that go beyond conventional medications, like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs. Among these, psychedelic therapy shows promise in helping to reprogram brains stuck in damaging patterns. Consider this: nearly 1 in 5 adults, around 20%, will experience a mood disorder, such as depression, at some point in their lives. Yet for those who turn to antidepressants, about half find they aren't effective. Despite vast advances in neuroscience over recent decades, we still don't genuinely grasp what's happening inside the brain of someone undergoing a depressive episode. Nor do we clearly understand how antidepressants work, even when they do. Remarkably, the mystery extends even to how our brains regulate the shifting moods we experience daily. So, why is this the case? How can brain science progress so rapidly, yet leave us still bewildered about depression and its treatment? A revealing report from the Wellcome Trust describes the persistent failure to translate new brain research into effective therapies as a troubling disconnection. It is this gap between knowledge and clinical success that compelled Nicole Rust to critically examine the field's fundamental assumptions, a journey she shares in her book, Elusive Cures. To put it simply, some brain disorders, like Alzheimer's disease, clearly have biological roots within the brain itself, making them somewhat more straightforward targets for research and treatment development. But depression is far more complex. It can arise from life circumstances, such as poverty, trauma, or the loss of a loved one. It can also originate in the mental mind space through patterns of repetitive, unresolved thinking called rumination. Furthermore, it can stem from inherited genetic vulnerabilities that influence brain biology. The real challenge is understanding how all these diverse factors connect and influence one another. At its core, mood is not just a simple output, but part of an intricate system full of feedback loops. In this system, causes like brain activity and structure lead to effects, such as moods, motivations, and decisions, which in turn circle back and reshape the brain itself. This continuous interplay means that cause and effect are deeply intertwined. For many years, neuroscientists have imagined this complexity as a neat, linear chain. Our genes produce brain cells, which organize into circuits, whose activity results in everything our brains do: perceiving the world, forming memories, experiencing emotions. This model suggests that experiences and thoughts, like trauma, influence which genes are activated, thereby shaping brain circuitry through a process often labeled learning. Under this traditional framework, researchers seeking to understand mental disorders aim to find the single, broken link in the chain, be it a gene, a brain circuit, or a behavioral pattern, and fix it through treatments such as medication, brain stimulation, or therapy. But what if this linear view misses the bigger picture? What if mental health issues like depression stem from more complex, interdependent systems rather than isolated failures? This is a crucial question that Rust's work encourages us to ponder, and one that might spark lively debate among scientists, clinicians, and anyone invested in mental health treatment. Do you agree that a machine-like model of the brain is outdated? Or does this new system's perspective risk overlooking simpler, actionable causes? Share your thoughts and join the conversation.